Now the place that we drive today, this is the historic center of the city. Thessaloniki, as is the Greek pronunciation. In the Bible you find it as Thessaloniki, Thessalonica. Sometimes in books or in the internet you see Thessalonica is the same, it's shorter, but all three are the same and they refer to this town, which was founded quite many centuries ago. Actually this place is a little more than 2,300 years old. So Thessaloniki was founded in 315 before Christ, and it was founded by a general of Alexander the Great, a famous figure, and this general named Cassander, he was married to a half-sister of Alexander. Her name was Thessaloniki, so Thessaloniki was a real person, was a princess, a half-sister of Alexander the Great, and after the marriage between herself and Cassander, Cassander became a king because Alexander already died, and he founded and he named this city after his wife to honor her. So this street that we drive now, which is also famous and significant because first of all it is called Egnatia even today. Second of all, the Egnatia was in the past a Roman road that was built by the Romans to accommodate the army first, and then Roman citizens that they wanted to travel. And that means also that this is the same street that St. Paul traveled when he started and he left Philippi to come here to Thessalonica. And during our way on the road today, later on, we'll see more about this road, but this is here forever. The name of the street is the same since the 2nd century BCE, when the Romans arrived on the mainland of Greece and Greece became a part of the Roman Empire. They also created, Thessaloniki became a capital of a very big region, a Roman province that was created at that time. So combining the sea, the port, which was here since the foundation of the city, the road, the big road that connected almost all of the Eastern and Western Roman Empire. And of course the administration was based here for a very big region of the Balkan area, so it started growing in a very great imperial city, as many of the visitors described it. So in Roman ages we have the greatness, the starting, the flourishing of the town of Thessaloniki. Thessaloniki is what we call an open-air museum, because most of the historic center is also listed as Monument of World Heritage by UNESCO, and that includes whatever is left of the city walls, the Roman monuments of the Arch of Triumph of Galerius and the Rotunda and the Palace of Galerius, the ruins, and 15 of these churches that are included in the complex of UNESCO, though there are several more that go back to since the 84th century, but still, they're very important because Thessaloniki was a big Roman city. That is why Paul came here as well. It was the biggest of the provincial capitals, of the regional capitals, let's say, capital cities, and also continued to be a big Christian city, Byzantine famous city, second to Istanbul. Now, sometimes when we drive along this street, you will notice on the right and left of the street some construction work. This is the metro that is being built, especially the stations. That means also ruins. The archaeologists conducted excavations the previous years and they found exactly many of the ruins of the past. On the left-hand side you see that building with a dome. That is though a mosque, was built as a mosque of the 15th century, quite long ago when the Ottoman Turks arrived in the city. And then on the right-hand side, another building with metallic domes that was an indoor marketplace, like the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, let's say in smaller size, which were very common buildings to see in the big commercial cities. Very shortly we will be arriving at the front, at the seafront, and also we'll view the tower around it, the big rounded tower, which we call White Tower. Though you will notice that it's not white at all. I mean, the color today is not white. But in the past, I mean, the tower was a part of the city walls, of the fortification, but it was built at the size that we see today, almost 100 feet high, by the Ottomans. The Ottomans built it to house a garrison, but also to operate as a prison. So the locals did not have good memories of that building. In the 19th century, the prison was transferred elsewhere in another location. So there was an imprisoned man that wanted to buy off his sentence. So they put him to, along with other prisoners, of course, to paint the exterior walls with white color, with lime. So especially after the liberation of the city, after the Ottomans left in 1912, people started calling it, because it was white at that time, the White Tower. The White Tower now still is known by that name. Today is a small museum of the city, and it is the most famous landmark of the city. This is almost 1 o'clock across the street on the right, this rounded tower with a Greek flag on top. We will be able to have a short photo stop here if you want to get off and take some photos. And next to it is this area, the promenade area, which actually is a pedestrian street that someone can walk all around the bay, from the port to the west, about 5 miles. It's a recreation area over here. A lot of modern as well statues. For example, on the left across the street is the modern statue, I repeat, of Philip II, the father of Alexander the Great, the king of the past, of antiquity. And by the coast there is also a statue of Alexander the Great.